What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Slimm Trader back at it again. And I just want to say happy holidays to all my viewers. Christmas is on Monday. I hope you guys get to spend time with your family, even if you don't celebrate Christmas. That's why I kind of most of the time just say holidays. But um, let's just get to it. Let's get on these charts. Got the same pairs that we went over last week. We're gonna try to dissect it again and see what's going on here. This is the game we play, right? I love it. But let's start with my favorite pair, USDJPY. Let's see, where did we ended last week? Around this area right here. Didn't know exactly what price was wanting to do. We see that I haven't touched anything, haven't moved anything, and you can see how price just plays. It just plays. It just is solid. It is solid. Like price came back up, retested this red bar and this trend line, and then rejected back down. I mean, come on. Like 4 hour, you had this right here. I'm like, okay, it's time for a sell. We know where we're going. I think I took profit down to about right here, the green bar, but it came down a little bit further, which is fine. I still made profit on it and whatnot. Now, what we're looking at is what does it want to do from here? Um, this this right here, I thought it would I've been saying that it could possibly go down to this yellow bar, but this right here, looking at the 4 hour, how price is just making this support. And it's a confluence along with this midline of this trend line. It's making me feel like price is about to go back up one more time. However, I am bullish. I got a bullish sentiment on USDJPY. However, if price decides to come all the way up to about this area and then just like consolidate and never pass this area, we're going down to the yellow bar. I'm calling it now. We're going down to the yellow bar. I've seen it a lot where we get into this bar, this big trend line that I always have. I have, like I said on a previous episode, that I have it thick for a reason, but I like to see structure within it. And if I see some type of like this kind of weakness, like a left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and can't pass this, we're like it's like clockwork is going down. But it doesn't seem like that is going to happen because of this it's a support slash this midline. It's kind of like carrying the trend upwards. And this, like, let me zoom out because I don't think I ever showed you guys this trend. Like this trend, yeah, it's been going on since the beginning of this year, and it's been fluid. So here we are back at it, and we're just messing around with it. We do have we made this low here right at the bottom of this trend line, and now we're at the halfway point, which we could possibly see it go up. Let's do a fib from this low to this high, and we're like flirting in between the 78.6 and 61.8. So I don't know with GJ, I mean, excuse me, with UJ, it's just a matter of, and then you look at the moving average. The moving average is still red over the blue, so we're still kind of like looking on a downward. So that's why I'm like, if price can't pass this area and we can't get the flipping of the moving average, like the yellow, like 140, we're going to 140 point blank. That's my sentiment. That's how I feel. We will see. But until then, that's like, even up here, price could still kind of come up here, and then I could see rejection because we're still like, it's still playing around with this. This is going to be an interesting area, and the reason why I say that is because, like, I always talk about the path of least resistance. And at one point, it was this trend line and this yellow bar for it to go lower. Now we're looking, if we're trying to get back to the good graces of bullish, We got to go past this line. We got to go past this counter trend, sort of, and this red bar. We got to cross all that to get in the good graces of it getting back. And I'm kind of confident of it happening because this trend line, this green trend line. That's a lot of. Look at this move. Look at this move. Is it the end of a dynasty or not? I don't know. But with like this, maybe this week and next week will let us know for sure what may happen. But I know I see this double bottom. This is on 2 hour double bottom, and then we're kind of like about to make a higher low and then head on up. So we will see. We will see. If we do, let's say we do this, I mean, we're kind of already crossing it. So price could start going up a little bit. I just don't know how high. It's going to be interesting to see. But I just know it's going to take for us to go past this further down. It's going to have to come up a little bit higher. Maybe retest this or this. That's final. That's my final answer. In order for price to be shooting down, it's going to have to come up here or here and get rejected. Or if it wants to consolidate, like I said, and head on down and never past this, then it just lets me know there's not enough buyers and we're going down to the yellow bar at least. I'm not saying that we're gonna go past that yellow bar, but that's what it's looking like. So that's UJ. Let's look at the 3 day because the 3 day candle did close, and we see that we ended on a bullish. We ended bullish, so we can see one of those like reverse those one of those bearish pennant flags or whatever. If you look at it, like you got this, and then you got this, and then you got this, right? So like that, and it's under this resistance, that could be indication of it going down. We might see a little bit more like consolidation, less volume because of the holidays, but we shall see. We shall see. This one's going to be awesome. But either way, I think we can see the yellow bar. I know I've been going back and forth because of where it's at, but I don't see it going past the red. I don't see it going past this trend line yet, counter trend yet, and yellow. Yeah, but I'm just scared about this. That's all I can say. So like that's the thing with trading. That's why I love it because you can sit there and say what price is going to do all you want, but there's you don't know who's going to be in the market, who's buying, who's selling. You just don't know, but you can read and react, and that's separates the greats from the novice. Like reading, reacting to the market. Okay, so price probably going up a little bit, then going down. That's the final answer. So let's go to GBPUSD. Um, okay, so now I think last week we talked about price possibly going back up. Actually, I thought it was going to get past the last high, but it didn't. And I believe last week I explained how price would be coming around this midpoint area. I didn't have this drawn yet, but I did make like a little box, and I said price would probably come back down here and then start going back up. So what happened was price made this little area a little support. So what we have is we're kind of like in no man's land between the gray bar and this yellow and this orange. So it's kind of hard to see. We're in consolidation pretty much. I don't know what price wants to do, but I feel like if it wants to get to 128.5, I feel like it's going to want to come down here, get the support by the buyers that's playing off of the support and the buyers off this trend line, and then shoot up. That's what I think that's what would be ideal. I still have this long little trend. It's not valid because like for one, when price came here, it didn't even make a lower low. So it's not technically a valid trend. However, just because price, the way I drew this line and price kind of played off of it like this, I'm keeping it because it may be useful in the future. So I'm just going to hold on to it. As of right now, it's like in the middle, almost in the middle of this consolidation going on. So I'm still keeping it in play. If we look at the volume profile, most of the most of the orders are coming in right at the bottom of this bar. So that's what I like to see. So we're probably going to see price possibly go down to this bar, and it'll be like kind of retesting this trend line that I have, and that's probably where it could shoot up. Never know. So that's why I still want that trend line in play. So yeah, that's GU doesn't look good to trade next week, to be honest, but I'm gonna still look at it because it's been moving kind of weird. It's been making some moves. I still think it's bullish. I like how, okay, we this was the last higher high. We came down, made a higher low, and we made a higher high. We clipped that, and we dipped down. We made a double bottom, made the support. Now we're pushing up. So the moving average, if you let's see, let's hide the candles for 1 second. If you look at the moving average is still above the blue bar. So it's letting me know the trading is still going on above. So this could possibly be a support. So we'll see. Still bullish on GU. So we have, so that means the dollar is possibly weaker compared to the pound and the yen, which that kind of plays hand. That's important to understand because our next pair should be GJ, and I like to do like the little rock paper scissors GJ, like the pound, the yen, and the dollar, and compare all those three pairs and see how they all react to one another. So if we're saying the pound is stronger than the dollar, and we're saying the dollar is weaker than the yen, so what happens with the pound and the yen? So here we are. I believe last week we ended with price coming down to around this area. So it kind of like made a support. And I thought that price was going to still continue to go down. However, price decided that it wanted to shoot up one last time before it said goodbye, I guess. So what happened is, well, what I see is this. I see price made this, and I see price made this. What was that? What is that? That's a double top, right? That's how I see it. I see from this long impulse move to the downside. We came up, hit this blue, rejected, come back up again, hit this blue, rejected. Now, if you look at just from here to here, we have a left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and we're playing now. We're playing between the red and this, so I don't see. I see the yen winning this one. I see price possibly going down, making a lower low to 177. That's That's what I see. Until price can show me that it wants to go above this orange bar, then I would start thinking of possibly it wants to go up even more. But the GJ doesn't look like it wants to do that. I'm waiting for this little mini temporary counter trend to break, and we're going down. That's how I see it. Let me see. We take this swing high to this low. We have price came rejected twice on the 50%, and we have 27 extension at 176 to make that lower low. So that's one nice big advantage of getting some pips there. But I'm not going to do anything until, I mean, if you're wanting to be conservative, you would wait till this counter trend line, possibly even this gray bar gets broken, and then go in for a sale. But I'm just gonna do the counter trend, and then I'm probably just gonna take a sale around here, and then have my stop loss above this hanging man. I mean, that's about 100 pips, but I mean, I'm looking at almost 450 pips. So watch your lot sizes. Like, you gotta scale your lot size. You just can't do like a standard lot. Because if you lose this trade, that's what that's $1,000. If you got an account that, I mean, depends on your account size. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta watch if you got a big stop loss. I mean, you could possibly scale in at a lower time frame. I don't really like doing 15s like that. I'll try to do the 90-minute, but if you can find something better, depending on what price does at the beginning of the week, you may be able to find something a little better to get in and possibly put in a lower stop loss. But I just don't see, this is weak. This is weak. This little uptrend, this higher high, higher low is weak because once it gets right, if it decides that it wants to keep doing that till it gets right here, it's getting knocked off the map and it's done. It's gone. I would actually love to see it come up even higher and get around here, and that would be perfect for a sale. But I'm bearish on GJ. Bearish on GJ. I got like 3 minutes left and this thing's gonna cut me off. I don't know why I got 20 minutes. So that's why I'm kind of talking fast and trying to go through things fast. But so we had the double top and we got the now if you're looking at just this, we got the left shoulder, head, right shoulder. We go to the volume profile, see where most of the orders are. But most of the orders for this leg is about right here, which is the midpoint between this red line and this gray bar. So we'll see what price wants to do. Price could probably get enough buyers to get up in here, but that's the break of the trend line. So we'll see. We shall see. What's next? This is GA. I said it'll get to 187. What did it do? Got to 187. Now, I don't think I ever showed this trend line, and I got it for a reason. Like, this thing was, I mean, a lot of people tell you don't have long trend lines, this, that, and the third. I'm telling you, when you back test and you 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 play things out and you strategize and you see what works, what doesn't work, what works for me is historical data. I mean, that's the whole thing of technical analysis, using historical data. So if I see a trend line, I'm going to keep the trend line, especially if price is playing around with it in that area at that moment. Like, how do you think we make supports and resistance? How do you think we make those? We use historical data. And like like these were made from back in the day, like these support and resistance and key levels. They're made from back in the day, so that's why they're there. Why can't trend lines be the same? I know price broke down below the trend line, but every time, just because price goes below a trend line doesn't mean that you erase the trend line and it's no longer valid. Keep it, because I guarantee you price is still going to play off of it some way or another. And that's what it did. It ended up coming back up. It made a shoulder, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, inverted head and shoulders, then bounced back up, retested, and now it's coming on down. Like, come on. So keep your trend lines. Don't listen to what them people say. But anyways, I could see real quick, because I got a minute left, I could see price possibly coming back up, retesting, and then possibly dropping some more. But we'll see, because it's a trend line. This is technically a trend line, and it's pretty, if anything, we'll see price getting all long term down at 182.5 area. But if not, we can see it start heading up. But I just feel like it could head down some more, maybe retrace a little bit and head down some more, because after all this consolidation, moves are about to be made. Moves are about to be made. So I can see it. I can see price eventually dipping all the way down here before seeing it come up some more or whatnot. But when it gets there, I'll be here and I'll tell you what I think. Next week we'll try to do gold, and we'll try to see what the odd yen. I'll try to add some more. But until then, that's all I have, guys. Thank you for watching and tuning in. If you actually have a pair that you want me to analyze, please feel free to throw that in there and I'll see what I can do. But until next time, happy holidays. It's your boy, Slimm Trader.